So, do you fear death?
No, I don't believe I do fear death. I don't want to necessarily die because I don't feel like I've lived as much of a life as I would have liked to before dying, but I don't personally fear the act of dying, what happens after death, nor death itself.
Okay. Where do you think this unusual response stems from?
I think I had a bit of an unusual childhood when it came to talking about death. Half of my family is very Catholic, like Maltese, European Catholic, also mixed with a lot of my family is about a lot older, and they all came from like Europe post World War II, but all in very like conflicted war zones, like Estonia, Poland, Malta, some of the most bombed places, invaded places during that time. So I always heard about death since I was a kid. It was always around. We always talked about it. It was never a taboo in my family. Both of my grandfathers, my grandpa and my dyadushka, died before I was born, so there was always like a gap. My babushka died when I was 4. So like I don't think they could have avoided not talking about death. It just was normal conversation. There's my great grandparents are still alive, but my great grandma, my great grandpa just recently passed, but their son had passed before them, so there was always like a gap in like the generations that you couldn't really like explain away. Like I remember going to school and wondering why I didn't have as many grandparents as everyone else, and like what's going on, like why do we not have a big family? So just sort of, I don't know, happened. I feel like it's more complicated to look back on it because I didn't realize people feared death to the extent that they did until I was a lot older, so I didn't really like pay attention.
How does your lack of fear affect your perspective on life and your actions?
I guess I try not to take everything for granted. I don't really fear death, but I don't know. I just try to make the most of the time that I've been given. I don't really want to live thinking about my own death a lot. Thinking about it doesn't scare me or make me uncomfortable, but it does. I feel like it's so easy to live bubble wrapped, and I try not to do that.
Okay. How does your lack of fear affect your relationships with others?
I don't think I talk about my lack of fear of death. I do want to go into a field that does focus around death specifically. Like I want to go into forensics, and I have for a while now. So I guess it was always kind of clear that I was a little less afraid of death. But I don't usually talk about death with other people. I guess I've never really like realized that other people were so afraid. I guess I've been kind of oblivious in my bubble because my entire family has a very similar like sentiment to me. I don't really have conflicts there. The only thing I think my mom's scared of is like my brother and I dying before her, but besides that, we've just always been open. I don't know.
Thank you.